In the early stages of our childhood, we cry a lot. We cry of fear of what we see, feel, and the changes around us. When babies stop wearing diapers, they cry. When they go to their first day at school, they cry. That's fear. It's the fear of being introduced into a new reality. My name is Helena Bertazza, and today I'm going to talk about the fear we have about changing. And talking about it, it's very important to me because we will go through changes our whole life. And for a while, it was very hard for me to accept that, but now I will tell you guys how I did change my way of thinking. We, humans, are used to think about the future, but more than necessary. Planning ourselves, thinking about what we're going to do is extremely important. However, it may be overwhelming and scary. The fear that arises about the future can make us have a positive or a negative view about the new things, but most of the times it's a negative view. Being afraid of these changes is normal. I, myself, was very afraid when I realized next year I will be moving to another city. I would have to move to a new school next year, and that already made me afraid, but moving to a different city was a much bigger shock. It's a new reality, new people, new home, new friends, and distancing from beloved people. Cycles are like the faces of a butterfly. They have a beginning, a middle, and an end. But in life, many times we cannot accept that good things comes to an end. Many times we cannot handle the end of a cycle because cycles involve people. Throughout our lives, we get involved with hundreds of people, and they become a part of our history. They influence who we are. As said, cycle involves many people. People who were good to us, and people who weren't. But closing a cycle does not mean ending the relationships we had, or that you just wasted your time with those people. On the contrary, cycles bring new experiences into our lives. I've had an experience of changing schools when I was 11 years old, and nowadays I don't talk to most of my old friends anymore. And that's not a problem. They actually helped me to be who I am today. They weren't a waste of time. They were a part of my history, a part of that cycle. And now that that cycle is over, some people continue, others don't, and it's okay. In the past, keeping a friendship was much more difficult. People had to write letters and travel big distances. But now, it is totally different. We have video calls, instant messages, and social media, which helps us to communicate easily. But even knowing this, we are afraid that something will end. Afraid that the next cycle won't be as good as the previous one. Afraid of not knowing what to do. The fear of changes comes from our thoughts and experiences. It is from them that we trigger fear in a situation. But we don't need to suffer. Getting to know that life is full of cycles. People come and go. And we have fear of changing. That is already self-knowledge. Self-knowledge refers to a knowledge that one person has about his own mental state. That is, what they feel or think, believe or desire. But that doesn't mean you won't have emotions or feelings. You will have. But now, not suffering, because you will know how to deal with these emotions. We should also have a positive mind and think about the advantages that changes can bring. Instead of thinking something is ending, we should think that a new thing is starting. A good thing is starting. And that was one of the things that helped me the most. Thinking that I'm going to have new friends, thinking that I'm going to know new places, new schools, and new realities makes me feel good. It wasn't easy. It's a long process, and I'm still on it. And probably I will keep on it for a time. But we must accept. Things change all the time. We have to live life naturally because we will face problems and difficulties. And that's a part of our process here on Earth. It's a part of our life going through difficult times, but in the end, they will help us see life in another way, a more simple way, since we will realize that difficulties are just natural processes of life. And also, whatever happened to you, you have people by your side to help you and to support you. Remember, you will only have new stories if you allow yourself to have new experiences. Thank you.